That is a great question. I'm so glad you brought it up. SB 269 was just signed last week by the governor. It was something that we sponsored and supported with Senator Roth for 2 years on this issue, as it got vetoed the prior year based upon a tax credit that was included in it. I do think it will have an impact, but I think the messaging on that bill and to a lot of small businesses is you need to be proactive. You have to go out and get a CASP inspection in order to enjoy the benefits and protections of that bill. So the bill essentially says if you have a CASP inspection, you cannot have a lawsuit initiated against you for 120 days after that CASP inspection is issued, so that you actually have time to implement the provisions of that report before you're hit with a lawsuit. If it requires some type of permitting issue and you've had, you've tried to reasonably achieve the goals of the CASP inspection within 120 days, but it just wasn't feasible because of delays in permitting, et cetera, you can get you can get up to 180 days. And so it's a significant time period in which to basically get the right to cure, so to speak, is what they have called it. But you have to get the CASP inspection first before you can utilize those protections. There's another provision of the bill that basically assumes certain technical violations are not a violation of the ADA, striping issues, signage issues. So if your parking lot striping is faded and you get a demand letter saying, hey, we want $4,000 for this violation, or we're going to file a lawsuit, you have 15 days in which to fix that striping before a lawsuit can be filed, and it's presumed that there was no violation if you fix it during that time period. So that's an important aspect as well. But I can't emphasize enough the need to go out and be proactive for a certified access specialist report in order to get your protection under the bill. It's applicable to employers or businesses with 50 or more employees. So 50 employees or less. I apologize, not 50 or more. 50 employees or less. And so it's going after the more smaller businesses. The logic behind that was bigger businesses are more sophisticated and can deal with the ADA issues, although we are obviously pushing for a higher threshold. But it's a really good measure, and I'm hopeful. I mean, it's I would say the most expansive and most significant ADA reform that we've seen probably in the last 5 to 6 years.